Welcome back to Teta Time. Hey. So were you able to get those subtracting integer rules? Well, it's fine if you didn't. I mean, we're going to talk about them right here. I'm going to help you out. But I'm going to give you a little insight into what actually the rules are. We can actually change every single subtraction problem into an addition problem so we can use the rules we learned yesterday. So instead of learning new rules, we can actually use the rules we did in a previous video, adding integers, to the subtraction problems. Because see, look at this. So if I have a positive minus a positive, that actually changes to positive plus a negative. And we're going to look at an example of that here in just a minute. And then if I have a negative minus a negative, that actually changes to a negative plus a positive. So let's look at two examples there. So you'll notice that the signs are the same in the original problems. So an example, if I have 10 minus 20. So 10 minus 20 changes to 10 plus negative 20. And if we use the rules from yesterday, different signs mean we subtract. And take the sign of the bigger number. So 20 minus 10 is 10. And then since 20 is bigger and it's negative 10. So 10 plus negative 20 is negative 10. So remember, different signs, we subtract the number and take the sign of the bigger number. So a positive minus positive always changes to a positive plus a negative. Well, let's look at what happens if I have a negative minus a negative. So let's say I have negative 7 minus negative 4. So negative 7 minus negative 4. Well, minus negative sounds kind of redundant. So that means it kind of repeats itself, and that's true because two negatives make a positive. So negative 7 minus negative 4 actually changes to negative 7 plus 4. All right, so let's remember our rules from yesterday. Negative 7 plus 4, different signs. We subtract the two numbers and take the sign of the bigger number. Let's first decide what number is bigger, 7 or 4. Well, 7 is. So our answer is going to be negative, so we could go ahead and put a negative symbol. And then we do 7 minus 4. Well, 7 minus 4 is 3. So negative 7 minus negative 4 changes to negative 7 plus 4. And the answer there is negative 3. So now let's look at what happens if our signs are different. So if we have a positive minus a negative, that changes to a positive plus a positive. And if we have a negative minus a positive, that changes to a negative plus a negative. So that kind of seems a little easier. But let's look at some examples. So if I have 7 minus negative 4. So same example as before, it's just the 7 is now positive. So we have a positive minus a negative. Well, the negative minus negative changes to plus 4. So we have 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is, of course, 11. Remember, same sign. We add the two numbers and take the sign that they are. They're both positive, so we add 7, 4, and then make it a positive 11. Let's say we have a negative minus a positive. So let's say we have negative 3 minus 2. Well, negative 3 minus 2 changes to negative 3 plus negative 2. And if you remember our rules from yesterday, or adding integers, negative plus negative, we add the two numbers and then make it a negative. So we do 2 plus 3, which is 5, and then make it a negative 5. So negative 3 minus 2 changes to negative 5. That's the answer. So now that we've talked about the rules, remember, subtracting integers, I can change every single one of them to an adding integer, and then use the rules that we talked about with adding integers. Same sign, we add the two numbers and take the sign. Different sign, we subtract the two numbers and take the sign of the bigger number. So now that you've got that, we can change all subtraction to addition. So all you need to focus on is remember those addition rules and how to change a subtraction to a positive. And that's kind of like a cheat code in a video game. So now that you've got this, I want you to go try some of the rules. If you need more help, raise your hand or send me a video on the Help Center. But Teta Time out.